Hey guys, so if you've been watching my videos for the past couple weeks, you'll know that now I am moving away from the closed ecosystem style printers that I have in my print farm to more open source alternatives. I've been doing a lot of research on the different brands out there, and one of them that keeps popping up is Prusa. We all know Prusa. If you've been in the 3D printing world, even just a tiny little while, you'll know their name. They are one of the oldest brands that we have in the industry. They're key on open source, repairability, and having reliable, stable platforms. That is what they're known for. And again, for good reason. They're proven. And for a print farm owner like myself, they are the go to. That's what I've been told multiple times. My only issue is price. Yes, I'm going to say right now, a lot of these other brands are being produced and manufactured in China, so they are able to manufacture things a lot more cheaply versus Prusa, who's in the EU and now has a presence in the US with printed solid. Some of these printers, which do more than a Prusa Core 1L, which is what I'm looking at, are half the price. And before anyone, especially the Prusa loyalists, come in and start to try to beat me down, not once are you going to hear me say in this video that Prusa printers are bad. I'm not going to tell you that at all. I'm actually, again, it's quite the opposite. So step away from the keyboard, calm down, be objective, and just listen to what I have to say. That's all I'm asking. So the printer I'm looking at is the Core 1L. And at a base cost of $2,000, it's a little pricey. But if it had everything that I needed, $2,000's not a huge problem. The problem is I print a lot of engineering filament now, and some of which requires around 300 to 320 C. So that means, since the Core 1L comes with a hot end that only can do 290, I believe, that means I have to get the HT hot end upgrade, which is a 400C upgrade. Now, I don't need 400C, but I would like a nozzle and a hot end that can do at least 350. And that's a $200 upgrade. So let's add that on top. So the base Core 1L is 2,000. The hot end upgrade is 200. So now that means the printer is 2,200. I would like for the air in the printer to be filtered. That's another $80 for their filter upgrade, which should be included in my opinion, but nevertheless, that's another thing I have to add on top. So that means around $2,300 without any shipping included, at least from the EU Prusa site. It's a lot of money because one of the printers I have in my print farm is the Max 4. Say what you want. Some people are there's a lot of people saying they're bad printers. At least for me, all of my cheaty printers have been good to great. Nevertheless, I can get a Max 4 for $10.50 without the MMU, the cheaty box, which has been giving me issues in the past. Just the core Max 4 is $10.49, and it has a 370C hot end. It has a chamber heater, a conventional chamber heater. Plus, it has all the filtration and all that built into it. Versus the Core 1L, which again, I have to get the HT hot end upgrade. I have to give the chamber filter an upgrade, and all of that for $2,300. Now you can see where I can buy two Max 4s for one Core 1L with all the upgrades. And we're not even going to talk about the convection chamber heater that they put into the Core 1L. Now, I understand it works, but I've heard and saw people say it can take up to 50 minutes or an hour to get the chamber up to 55 to 60 C. That is a long time. And in print farms, time is money, like in almost all businesses. So there's a lot of caveats with the Core 1L. I don't know makes it worth the $2,300. I understand the labor in the EU and in the United States make these printers cost more to make. I completely understand that. Obviously, I live in the US, so I understand the labor rates that we have to pay. But I still don't believe it's that much where a product is basically double. So someone can try to explain to me, and again, I want people in the EU to make livable wages that I completely understand, but I don't know if it's double the cost. But I could be wrong. Tell me down in the comments below. That's my thing. It's I want a Prusa 2 in my print farm because again, they're legendary in a lot of aspects, and that builds confidence in me. But I also, as a business owner, can't justify paying double because if I can buy, okay, let's say if I want to buy 3 Core 1Ls, I'm looking at nearly $7,000 with the upgrades. With that $7,000, I can spend and get multiple Max 4s. I mean, I think with the math, rough math, I'm probably be able to get 6 Max 4s. And even if we disregard the Max 4 and we go into another open source alternative, which is Vorons, I can build a highly competitive Voron to the Core 1L for around 1,000 to 1,500 if I wanted all of the extras and all that other stuff. So 1,500 for a Voron, which is going to be around 300 cube or even the 350, that tells me there's something going. I guess the Vorons I would have to build myself. I completely understand that. Yes, I understand that. But still, it tells me there's something. Again, there is a Prusa tax. That's what it tells me. For good reason. A lot of companies, if you make a really good product, you can charge a premium. And I give them that. They're well known for having reliable printers that just continue to work and work and work. But they're also known to have issues as well. Let's be honest here. No product is perfect. Being open source, having reliable printers, having printers that are completely repairable are great. But I don't know if they're worth double the price of a Max 4 or a quarter more than a Voron that I built myself. I don't know if they really are worth it. So that's where I'm going to ask you, if you have a Prusa printer, was it worth the money that you paid for it? If you're a Core 1L owner or a Core 1 Plus owner, let me know. Tell me if you would buy more of them. Tell me what your experiences are. I wanted to know. Don't be defensive, please. Just tell me your stance. You don't have to blindly defend Prusa. I just want people to be objective in this and let me know if I'm wrong in my take and that these printers really are worth the money. Or on the other side, you don't believe they're worth the money. You have one, but you wouldn't buy another one. Let me know. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking for any drama or any of that. It's just because I want to move forward with open source printers. I want to follow that open source ethos and get rid of, or at least have my commitment for some of these printers to be lessened, that I can move away from Bamboo, any Cubic, and go with printers that are, again, following the open source ethos. Let me know. Anyway, guys, like and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.